This is a pinguicula, a cute, unassuming plant with killer tendencies. Pinguiculas, also known as butterwort, are carnivorous plants that almost look like succulents. These plants have smooth, rigid, succulent-like leaves that grow in a rosette, and on these leaves they're covered in tiny, sticky droplets to catch food. Pinguiculas typically have shallow roots, and different Pinguicula species range from 1 to 2 inches in diameter to over 6 to 12 inches in diameter. They're more on the small side. I didn't know these plants were a thing until I talked to my friend Vera. She had a collection of Pinguiculas, and she told me how she learned of them.
I came across a carnivorous plant unboxing video in 2021 from an artist I follow on Instagram, Tyler Thrasher. The plants were from a nursery called California Carnivores. In particular, I was most interested in the sundews because I had always admired their dewy leaves. Not too long after, I came across more and more Pinguicula content online and was drawn to them probably because they embodied my favorite plant qualities, the rosette shape of my favorite succulents, and the dewiness of a sundew. The insect-catching component was also a cool bonus. I started out with 3 Pinguiculas, the very beginner-friendly Pinguicula marginata, which flowers constantly, and 2 hybrids that I thought had pretty flowers, Pinguicula Linda Lu and Pinguicula Laoiana fuchsia by Morinensis chichicastenango.
She also provided this footage of the Pinguiculas, so thank you, Vera. So while we're more familiar with this plant as a houseplant, let's talk about how they're like in the wild, in their native habitats. In the wild, Pinguiculas are found across most of the northern hemisphere, with over half of the species concentrated in Mexico and Central America. Pinguiculas typically live in humid environments with nutrient-poor soils. These plants can be organized by 2 different climate types, with there being temperate and tropical plants. Temperate Pinguiculas can have a dormancy phase where they will recede into a hiberniculum of scale-like leaves to withstand cold winters. Tropical Pinguiculas can have a winter succulent phase, which protects them from colder conditions and turns the carnivorous leaves into hibernating, non-carnivorous succulent leaves. It depends on the species of Pinguicula if the leaves change at all. Now I've mentioned that Pinguiculas were carnivorous, so let's talk about how they eat bugs. The surface is so pretty and shiny. Pinguiculas are covered in a bajillion tiny sticky droplets, created by mucus glands from the leaf. Look how sticky you can get. These droplets entice bugs to land on the surface of the plant. It's basically a deadly glue trap for tiny bugs. From this diagram, the sticky mucus traps the insect. The reservoir cell adds additional mucus, and the sessile gland releases the digestive enzymes to digest the insect for the plant to absorb. As Pinguiculas live in nutrient-poor soils, this is how they've adapted to get the nutrients they need. So fascinating. And this deadly cute plant wouldn't be complete without its beautiful eye-catching flowers. Another feature to mention, Pinguiculas have beautiful flowers. Its petals are described as 2-part lower lip and a 3-part upper lip structure. Like other carnivorous plants, they're held far away from the rest of the plant to reduce the risk of potential pollinators getting trapped. It's beautiful to see how they sit up on the stalks of the Pinguiculas. Common Pinguicula flowers are blue, violet, or white. A lot of nursery Pinguiculas are hybridized to produce different flowers. And some more tidbits from Vera.
It's very popular to put them into small and cute containers. While mine are happy to sit in makeshift yogurt cups, I keep some of my pings in these little cat pots, and they are just adorable to look at, especially when the flowers start blooming too. When keeping them, make sure you use a nutrient-poor soil mix and water them with only distilled water. The method of propagating pings is quite similar to propagating succulents. You can simply pull off the leaves to encourage a baby clone to grow from it. The larger rectangle pot that you might see in some shots with many different pings in it are babies that I grew using this method. Over the past couple years, I've been accumulating more species and hybrids. Once you're in the carnivorous plant community, it's hard not to, since you're constantly learning about new crosses with cool flowers and differently colored leaves. Some of my pinguiculas have dew on both sides of their leaves, grow quite large, have pink leaves, and flower a lot. My current favorite is a hybrid called Pinguicula lilac lollipop, which has these beautiful purple-rimmed leaves and quite often shoots out these large lilac flowers.
These are amazing plants, and I can see how people love them. They are definitely growing on me. While we take care of our indoor pinguiculas, I hope we can grow appreciation of how these plants live in the wild and how they're adapted to their environments. A few rare pinguiculas in the wild are endangered from habitat loss and can be only found in specific areas. Let's preserve these amazing plants in the wild as well. Alright, this is a fun video to make, and I was super glad I could collab with Vera on this. And thank you for watching this. See you in the next one, bye!